All right, here we go. Happy Tuesday, secured entrepreneurs, and we are going to wake it all the way up. Let's wake it all the way up. OM to the G. I was totally dragging this morning. I really have been, but if I don't get this party started, oh my gosh. I hope you all enjoyed your holiday weekend, this Labor Day weekend. Hope you had time with your family, your friends, and for those of us entrepreneurs who come alive on the weekend, I hope you got so much done and your numbers are in line. What are your sales goals for this week, for today? What did you do yesterday? Did you have any Labor Day sales? I mean, what's going on? Comment below. Oh my gosh, finally. Okay, for those of you who do not know who I am Aurorah Dey, and this is the Secured Entrepreneur Movement, and you all know that we are dedicated here to the lifestyle that you truly desire to live as an entrepreneur. And you know that there is a difference between being committed and being dedicated. You know, I speak to the dedicated secured entrepreneur. And you know that I am here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to answer your question. Okay? So, all right, let's get started. And if anybody is making comments, hello, I can't see them. I don't know. Maybe I need to press a button. I don't know. But leave your comment below. I'm not ignoring you. Okay, so today I'm going to answer Tony's question. And Tony and I have not had the opportunity to speak to one another yet. But based on the email that you sent to Jessica, Tony, you are asking about leasing an apartment in your company name. And you stated that you have tried to do it and you have been denied. Now, it sounds to me like your company is not established, all right? Now I'm just going to go off. I'm just going to give this information because I don't have any details about how you have tried to do it and why you have been rejected. Okay, so here's what I'm going to share with our community this morning. First of all, what you're asking about is something called a corporate lease, all right? Now, if you were going for an apartment in an apartment complex, you know that's at the discretion of the management to recognize and take on corporate leases, all right? Now, many, large name brand companies, they're familiar with, if there's an employee and they have their human resource department or whichever department that they're using to call on behalf of the employee to state we need to create a lease, they're going to ask for the individual, the officer of the company or the employee who will be residing in that apartment, and they may ask for that individual's information. Sometimes they'll just go off of the company, and take whomever the information of the individual who's calling about leasing the apartment. But for the most part, they still want to know who it is that's going to be residing in that apartment, and they will ask for that individual's information. They may also do a background check on that individual, all right? So if in fact you have tried to do this and was denied, it could be that you definitely don't have your company established yet. So you need to go ahead and organize, whether it be your LLC, organize that, or if you're saying you're doing a corporation and you plan to have several people and things of this nature, you're going to have shareholders, things of that nature, then you need to go ahead and incorporate, all right? But here's the main thing. When I say that your company is not fully established, possibly, what I'm saying is that you have not put your company on the map. Does it have credit? All right, and I talk a lot about this and I help entrepreneurs out with this because that's the part that's actually missing. Anytime you go to get established or you want to get something, they're looking to see, okay, does this company have a profile? All right, do you have your Dun & Bradstreet number? Do you have any trade lines? What are the references that your company has to prove that it can actually pay on the lease, that it can make good on the lease? Okay, so I would say that You need to go ahead and organize that company, get your Dun & Bradstreet, start building your company credit, start building that corporate credit on that entity, all right? And then also, here's the thing, once again, and I talked about this last week in the Secured Entrepreneur Movement group there on Facebook, what is your time in on the company? If it's a brand new company and you don't have anything established, then yes, they're going to be asking you to be the guarantor. You must guarantee that you can actually pay the lease. And what that means is that you yourself needs to have established credit. And I'm not saying you have to have A1 credit, but you can't have any judgments, okay? And you need to have a decent score. So you at least want to have a 650 and above to do this, because one of the things that a lot of these complexes can do, they can ask you for 2 months of that security deposit. They can ask you for an additional amount as it relates to that security deposit, meaning that sometimes the complexes have a security deposit of like $200, $300. However, they can ask you for a full month's rent as a deposit because your credit is just not there, or you may have some type of judgment on your credit. So you want to clear all of that up. If you have a new company that doesn't have any, established connections, you don't have any credit there, there's no reference for these people to go on to say, okay, I trust that this company is going to make good on this lease, all right? Here's the other thing, and one of the, this is something that's very, very popular. If, in fact, you want to lease an apartment under your company name and you are new, you're not established, you can find an independent homeowner who is looking to rent their space, okay? Now, some of them may still want to know who you are. They still, for their safety, they still want to know about your criminal background, about your credit history. They need to know who the heaven is coming in here because your credit is not that great, okay? Your company's credit is not there, we don't know, and you're an individual coming to say you want to lease in your company name, all right? So you must be mindful of all of these things. In the long run, what you want to do is definitely make sure that you yourself have the ideal credit profile. And I talk a lot about that. And if you need more information, I have the links up here and in the description box, bit.ly/the-profile, all right? Because what you want to do is make sure that as the entrepreneur and the CEO of your company, you have the ability to financially secure your business. You have to financially secure your business, all right? And the way that you're doing that is that you are personally financially established, all right? So you're cash flowing and you have personal credit that is stable and A1, all right? And also you have established your company to the degree at which you don't have to be a guarantor anymore. It has its own independent credit. Good morning, very informative. Enjoy your day. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from all of you. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to share today to the Secured Entrepreneur community. If in fact you are trying to do this, whether it be for privacy, whether it be for financial reasons, or you're trying to come away from putting things in your name, to which that's what I always stress. If that's the case, your best bet is to actually create a solid trust, all right? And this is what we do here. Okay, everything is under the name of one of our trusts, okay? The automobiles, the homes, the offices, things like that. There's way more security in creating the solid trust and then having a trustee, all right, go and obtain these leases. Why? Because the trust is not operating in the public the way that corporate entity is operating in the public. So when the trust comes, they're not saying, well, let's check your credit, let's do all that. They're not doing that because that's a private entity. You're gonna have better luck actually creating that trust and having the trust do those leases. Okay, so you would come away from, okay, I want a corporate lease, and I'm just saying this for individuals who are not creating companies where you have several people who need dwelling. Now that's something different, but it sounds to me like, Tony, you're saying you're wanting this for an individual purpose. If you're wanting this from an individual purpose and your company is not established, I would go the trust route, simply because they're not looking at you saying, okay, we need to check your company's credit, what's going on. What they're saying is, we will put this lease in the name of the trust because here's the trustee, we have the documentation to prove that, and then they'll ask who is actually who is the person who's actually going to be living here. And if that's you, once again, like I'm saying, make sure that you don't have a criminal background that is going to cause the owner of the home or the complex to say, we don't really want you living here, trust or not. You know what I'm saying? So make a decision as to which direction you're going to go in. All right. So that's for everyone here in the Secured Entrepreneur Movement community on this Tuesday morning. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about CEOs gone wrong. Okay, there's so much going on in the CEO world that we need to be very mindful of. And once again, come on, people, less cash flow, because once we had that going on, all of the other things that you guys are emailing Jessica about, you won't have those issues anymore. And what that is creating the money engine. So we want to get your entities correct, because the entity by itself is a money engine. You don't have to kill yourself in your business when you have your entities structured properly and they are set up to cash flow and multiply themselves, okay, financially. And so we teach you how to actually do that, so you don't have to be out here dabbling in this and trying to make money here and there. No, you are a secured entrepreneur who learns how to turn credit into cash flow. All right, so you all know that you can reach me at AurorahDayConsulting.com. And if you want more of these juicy millionaire secret strategies, www.millionairesecretstrategies.club. And you know that you can leave your questions here on the thread or email Jessica at info@AurorahDayConsulting.com. And I will see you all tomorrow. Ta-ta.